For those of you who don't know my story, I come from Brooklyn, New York. That's a good reaction. We're pretty far away from Brooklyn. I come from a very rough section of Brooklyn, New York called Williamsburg. Now Williamsburg, these days, Williamsburg is very fancy schmancy. But when I grew up there, it was not fancy schmancy. Nope, it was crabby schmappy. I don't know. No, nobody had any money. But they were great people that raised me. No money, but a lot of love. And love will get a little kid through anything, you know that. So I was raised in Brooklyn by my mother and my two Russian immigrant grandparents who loved me more than life. My grandmother gave me nothing but unconditional love, like all grandmothers do. Right? But out of all the people that raised me, it was my grandfather that I will never forget, because my grandfather was the first person in my family to recognize that I was musical. And I don't know how he did that, because we couldn't afford an instrument or anything. But somehow Grandpa figured out that this little kid had music in him. And I'll always be grateful to Grandpa for spotting that. So whenever so whenever I sing this next song, I think about Grandpa. Right? This one will never sell, they'll never understand. Don't even sing it well, I try, but I just can't. But I sing it every night, and I fight to keep it in. 'Cause this one's for you, this one's for you. I've done 100 songs, from fantasies to lies. But this one's so real for me that I'm the one that cries. And I sing it every night, and I fight to hide the tears. 'Cause this one's for you, this one's for you. This one's for you, wherever you are. To stay the darkness in the same, since we've been apart. This one's for all the love we once knew. Like everything else I have, this one's for you. So every Saturday afternoon, Grandpa would take me across the Brooklyn Bridge to Times Square, where he had found this record your own voice booth. You put a quarter into this thing and you could sing or you could talk, and then they would give you back a scratchy little record to take home. And the first time he did this, he tried to get me to sing Happy Birthday to a cousin of mine. And I was so young, I didn't know what he was trying to get me to do. And we still have this scratchy record in my family. So I'm going to play you a little piece of this record so that you can hear Grandpa and Baby Barry, all right? Play the record for my friends here. This is Grandpa.
Hi. I have to go. Go ahead.
Why?
Yeah, I have to go. Sing. I have to party. Go ahead.
No, that's
Right. Sing it. Go ahead.
When?
That's nice. Go ahead, sing it. Go ahead. Come on, sing it. Come on.
This goes on for 10 minutes. but Grandpa wouldn't give up. Every Saturday afternoon, he would take me across the bridge to Times Square, put his quarter into this thing and try to get me to sing something. And eventually, I figured out what he was trying to get me to do, and I sang something for him. And I liked it. I did. I liked it. It wasn't so much the singing part that I liked. It young age, I kind of understood it. I bet you ask my band, my musicians, the same thing. Even at that young age, I kind of understood it. I was terrible at math and I was terrible at sports, but I just got music. You know. Anyway, years later, after Mandy went #1, they booked us at Carnegie Hall, which was the biggest event ever. I invited everybody I'd ever met in my life to this concert, and Grandpa was there. And when I walked out on the stage of Carnegie Hall, scared to death, Grandpa stood up and gave me a standing ovation. And because he stood up, the whole audience stood up, so I got my first standing ovation there. But when they all sat down, Grandpa wouldn't sit down. He just stood there applauding. And I looked at him, and my fear just vanished, because I knew what he was thinking. He's thinking, there's my grandson on the stage of Carnegie Hall down the block from that